Hey, Scruffy. How you doing? Okay. No response. Just backing up. Guess that means you want your food. So tonight we got more of the hearty cuts, beef and chicken in gravy. Oh, hey, there's a meow. And that was kind of a loud one. Well, at least compared to your really quiet meows that you normally do. Okay, well, I'll bring out your food now, okay? So let me pull up the plate here. Open the door. And I'll put the plate on the table. Okay. Get your water now. Get water. Just close the screen door. And I'm gonna change the water now. Okay. Pretty fast. So I haven't finished putting your water in yet. Okay. So I'm gonna grab the glove and I'm gonna try to sit in the chair, but you're blocking my chair here. So let me get the glove on. I'm gonna stand up. Yeah, you probably should back up here. Okay. And it goes right for the glove. Oh. I don't know what's your problem. You're the one who came to my glove. So your tongue's sticking out there for a second. So yeah, your fur under your chin is a mess. It's really hard to get a look from here under your chin. If I thought you'd jump up somewhere, I'd get you like a chair or something so you could be up higher with me. But I don't think you'd actually do that. So the weather cooled down today a little bit. Still a nice day. Didn't see much of Scruffy though. Again, yeah, he's been kind of hiding out of sight. So I caught him very early this morning leaving the rocks. So just as I was looking out, he was already leaving the rocks. And he moved into the garden somewhere. And I don't know where he went. I didn't see him on the deck sunbathing. The sun was out. I think I caught a glimpse of his reflection on the deck near the railing at one point, but it was only briefly. Yeah, for the most part, I didn't see him the entire day. So I'm not sure if it's the weather that's changing his behavior or what. I would have kind of guessed, yeah, with nice weather, he would be sunbathing more out in the open. So I'm not sure what his deal is. because it's not hot yet. Though I'm worried, and so tomorrow it's supposed to heat up again, and then the next 3 days are basically kind of a mini heat wave, or mini heat wave, I guess. So tomorrow will be warmer, won't be bad. The 2 following days I'm a little worried about, but we'll see. Already the reports changed a little bit because tomorrow is not going to be quite as hot as they originally predicted, fortunately, if their new forecast holds. So I went for a run today. I did my not quite 7-mile run, 4 laps. So I guess it's 6.66 miles. So 666 is easy to remember. Kind of finding how that works out. So when I first started, there was a breeze, and the temperature today, since it was a little cooler, it was like right on that dividing line of, is it do I need a sweater, or should I just go out without the light t-shirt? And last time it was too hot with the sweater, so I ended up tying it around my waist after the second lap. So today I said, okay, I'm going to try without the sweater, and that was the right call. So it was a little chilly with the wind chill, so we had more wind today on the first lap. And then I think the wind died down because after that, I think it actually got warmer and the wind died down, and so I was actually kind of feeling kind of hot. And I think it affected my performance a little bit negatively. So the first lap I did was not my best time, but definitely in like my top times. Not, I wouldn't say competitive with my top time, but it's definitely like my top 5 times or whatever. But then I slowed down considerably. Well, not so considerably. I slowed down the second lap. So I think I dropped like a minute. So I didn't have the sweater this time as an excuse for my slowness. However, I was trying to adjust my iPod, and that actually seemed to take about 40 seconds. So I was trying to change the playlist midway through, and my iPod's kind of broken. It's the click part of the wheel is not responsive anymore, so you gotta like keep hitting it, trying to get it to respond. So if you want to pull up the menu, or you want to move forward or back or play or pause, the buttons always, the clicks don't register all the time. I've actually been trying to fix it. Fortunately, yeah, there's not really an easy way to fix it. The solution, it's not really a solution, is try pouring some 99% rubbing alcohol in it and kind of move it around and see if that cleans up the problem. And first couple times I tried that, it made it worse. It's actually, no, I take that back. First time I did it, it helped, but it was still kind of bad. So the second time I did it, it made it worse. Third time, I think it made it worse. And then I think the fourth time I did it, it finally improved it a little bit. But it's, yeah, still finicky. So I'm not terribly happy with it, but at the same time I don't want to make it worse, so I'm kind of living with it, because I figure if I try it again I'll probably just screw it up more. It's an old iPod Nano. It was like, I forgot which generation. It's like 4th or 5th generation, I think. So I bought it used on eBay. Somebody replaced the battery. So when I bought it, it was a brand new battery. Because, the Nanos are kind of hard to tear apart. Okay, are you ready for your food? I think we've been doing this long enough. Okay, want your food? Let's get your food. So my third lap, I think, came in fairly close to my second lap. So that surprises me a little bit. So I'm not dropping. So I'm dropping most of my speed on the second lap, but I'm not dropping like a big chunk of speed again on the third lap, which is probably good. And then fourth lap, yeah, I did drop some time, but I generally haven't really cared about my fourth lap. I'm just happy to do it. But yeah, I think I am getting faster at my fourth lap. So my overall time, actually I forgot to check my overall time, so I was checking it as I was going through the final stretch, and I seemed like I was making decent time, but I actually forgot to check it when I hit the end. Okay, I'm going to change brushes. So I had the recovery day yesterday, so I didn't feel too bad running today. Certain parts, yeah, I felt actually pretty good. I think that first lap in particular is feeling really good. The last lap, I was starting to feel it. Okay, I think I'm about done here. Okay, Scruffy, I think I'm done. So tonight, I needed to make a new batch of vegetable soup. So I've depleted my supply that I've frozen from my previous batch. So it's actually cooking right now. I started a few hours ago. It's taken a while. So I made some changes, and not sure how they're going to work out. So I mentioned before I bought a big giant bag of celery from Costco. I'm not really a fan of celery, but I know it's really good food for diets. It basically has very little calories. It's supposed to fill you up. I've noticed that if I overcook the celery enough, then I don't notice the flavor. So my plan was basically just to take the celery and cook it to death in the soup, and hopefully I'll have something that fills me up at the same time, doesn't take a lot of calories. But the bag of celery is so big that I think I underestimated how much space the celery would take, and it's kind of dominating the soup now. So I'm actually kind of worried how much it's going to change the flavor. Also, I added a second. I usually add an onion, but today I added the second onion, and these are pretty big onions. And then I added some more garlic. And, yeah, basically instead of one clove, I ended up using two because I like a lot of garlic. And then I ended up pouring in a lot of frozen vegetables. And actually, yeah, I ran out of space. I was gonna so I dumped in a bag of the mixed vegetables, so peas and carrots and lima beans and corn, and I think that was it. And then the other one's broccoli. But I couldn't fit the broccoli, so I only got about half the bag in there before it, basically said, the pot filled, and it's like, no more. And so because of the celery and a little bit of the onion, there's basically a giant block of vegetables kind of thinly connected with tomato sauce. It's not really a soup anymore. It's basically just a solid mass of vegetables with a tiny binding of tomato sauce. It's kind of ridiculous. So we'll see how this turns out. So I've been cooking it for, I think it's almost been 3 hours now. So the vegetables are starting to soften up, so it's starting to turn a little more soup-like, but it's really thick. But that's okay. I usually water it down, and it makes freezing it easier since it's very concentrated now. I can freeze it in fewer containers, and then I just add the water to dilute it after when I'm ready to eat it. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I left the glass door open now, so the screen door is closed right now, just so I can kind of keep an eye on the soup, keep a nose on it, so I can actually smell it from here. So he cleaned his bowl pretty good, so I think he likes his hearty cuts. So I think next time I'm going to try the chicken and fish flavor. Curious if he eats that. Cleans it as well as the beef and chicken. So I think I'm normally going to mix it up. So there are two different types of pâtés and two different types of hearty cuts. So I think normally I'll alternate pâté, hearty cut, pâté, hearty cut. But, for experimenting, see how he likes the flavors, I think I'll do the hearty cuts back to back. But I still have more of the beef to go, so probably won't get to that for another couple days. So I think you like your food, Scruffy. Is that right? If I planned a little better, I probably could have given him a chicken bone and skin. I got time to kill since I got away from the soup. I don't know when this is going to finish, but before I came out here, I was checking the celery, and yeah, it's still kind of hard, so I think it's going to take a while. It's getting late too, so I'm actually a little worried. Worried that the dinner's not going to finish till midnight or something, and I don't want to eat that late. Might have to make something else to tide me over. And freeze the soup when I go to bed. Okay, I guess Scruffy's left the building. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.